If you are starting this Runescape Dragonwilds without knowing these beginner tips, then you will be wasting a hell lot of time in this game. So, without wasting your time, let's quickly get to the tip number 1. Do not play online. So, basically when you first start the game, you will be asked whether you want to play with a community or play with the friends or play solo. Always choose solo if you are just starting out. Now you might think why I'm saying this. The reason is very simple. If it had not set any password and your world is online, then anyone can enter your world and can get to your base, and he or she can easily destroy your base. So if you are just starting the game, then it might be a big hassle for you to keep a check on your base and reconstruct again, as you might be low on crafting items. So simply play solo for the peace of mind, and later when you have good equipment and a sturdy base, then you can play online. Set up the bed before nightfall. Now, this might seem like a silly tip, but I tell you, this is very important if you are just starting out. You might be stuck in doing the quest and chasing the rats and cooking them. But in my opinion, your first priority after just starting a new game should be to set up a small house with a roof. Roof is important, and craft a bed under that roof. This is very important because when nights fall, visibility will be 0 and you will be hunted by goblins. It will be a nightmare for you, I'm telling you. So, as soon as you get into the game, cut down the trees and craft a small hut and craft a bed. Once this is done, then only move on to other things. Do not make a fancy base at the start. Now why I'm saying this? Because it will be a waste of resources. In this game, you keep moving to new locations and set up base there. So it will be a waste of resources to make a fancy and heavy base. And then later on you have to get to the new location and recreate a new base. Trust me, it will be a big hassle. When I started this game, I tried setting up a fancy base near the starting point. But when I progressed through the game and reached the first village, there I was asked by NPC to set up a new base. So it was a big hassle. Again, I have to farm the resources and recreate the base. Even if you destroy the older one, you will have to transfer all the items. You'll get over encumbered, and transferring the items will be a big hassle. Whenever you create a base, better stick with a simple design. A simple hut, a bed, a crafting table, a cooking pot, basic items like that, etc. Keep it very simple and plain. Use shield. Again, this might seem a silly tip, but trust me, a lot of my friends, and even I, did not use shield at the start of the game and died from goblins. So if you're dying a lot, you must reconsider using a shield. Basically, in this game, you can craft a physical shield, which is of course very useful, and you should use it. Second, when you progress a little further, and when you get access to magic, you'll be able to use a magic shield, and literally it helps a lot when you're surrounded by a mob of goblins. So when you have this magic shield equipped, and when an enemy attack, and you parry them perfectly, there will be a big explosion created by this magic shield, and it will stun the enemies and even deplete enemy health. So even if you do not attack them back, simply doing perfect block is enough to finish the enemies. And with the help of this shield, you can easily clear the goblin camps. So use it, I highly recommend it. Use different weapons for different enemies. Now, what you might be doing is that you have crafted a club, and you simply swing that club over every creature, enemy you found in this game. You swing that same club over the goblins, over the rats, over the deer, and whatnot, but this game doesn't work like that. You have to use different weapons for different enemies. Like for killing the rats, you must use a knife. It will be a lot faster and easier to finish the rats, especially the big ones. And like if you're fighting a goblin, then you must use a club because you'll be easily able to parry their attacks, but that will not be possible with a knife. And like if you are hunting a deer, then if you are using a club or a knife to chase a deer, and then to finish them, then forget about hunting a deer. You will never be able to kill any deer like that. For that you will have to use bow and arrow. So, as you can see, you have to use different weapons for different enemies. So consider this tip. Do not run after deer to hunt. Instead, craft a bow. Now, when you progress in this game, an NPC will ask you to hunt a deer. Now, as I said in the earlier tip, you'll not be able to hunt a deer using club or a knife. For that you need a bow. You'll keep on running after deer with the club, but you'll never be able to hunt them down because they run very fast. And as soon as you get a little close to them, they will run away. So instead, you craft a bow. Crafting a bow is very simple. You first have to build a spinning wheel. You must place this spinning wheel under a roof. Only then it'll be built. Then, after that, farm this flax. This will be used to craft threads, and then when you have a few threads, you will unlock the recipe to craft a bow. So after you unlock, you can simply get to your crafting table, and there you will get the option to craft a bow and arrow. So craft a bow and craft several arrows. After doing that, you can start hunting down deer. Hunting with a bow is very easy. Just spot a deer and get a little close, not too close, and then start shooting arrows. You can shoot arrows very fast in this game. Stack a 4 to 5 arrow at once over a deer to finish them. Otherwise, they will run away, and you will again have to chase them. Farm XP. Now this is very important. When you are just starting out, you must farm XP. Anything you do in this game, you will be awarded with XP. So, in the early game, you can exploit this mechanism to gain a ton of XP and level up your character. Leveling up is very important if you are considering hunting down the goblins and their camps. So to farm XP, all you have to do is to just craft anything on repeat. You'll get a ton of XP if you are crafting like this. Craft a wall and stack like this. You can craft a cooking pot or stairs. So whatever you craft, you will gain a ton of XP. Only thing you have to consider is that once you have crafted an item and stack, switch to second item, then only you will gain XP. Second way from which you can gain a ton of XP is by setting up cooking pots 2 or 3 in circle or whatever you like and collect the dirty water and cook the dirty water to fresh water. Put a ton of dirty water for cooking and meanwhile do whatever you like, and then when you return back, collect all the fresh water and you will gain a ton of XP from them. So do these exploits to gain a ton of XP before these exploits get nerfed. Keep a copy of important items. Now this tip is very important, especially if you die a lot in this game. So in this game, if you're low level and you get to a high level location, you might die a lot. Or if you're hunting down goblins and trying to finish their base camps, then you might also die a lot. So when you die in this game, all the items that you have in your inventory will lose at that spot where you die, and you will respawn back at your base camp. So now to get back those items, you have to travel back to that same spot where you died. Normally getting back your items is easy, but when you run into a typical area where enemies are high level, then getting back to the same spot might be very difficult for you. Especially getting back there without any equipment will be very difficult. So instead, what I recommend is you keep a copy of important items at your base camp in a chest. Essential items like fresh water, food, pickaxe, a bow, a club, etc. Any item that is very necessary and crucial for this game. Keep a copy of those items. So when you die, you simply equip that equipment and then get to the spot where you died earlier and get back your main equipment. So if you do this trick, it'll be a lot easier for you to progress in this game. So these are the basic tips which I recommend you follow if you're just starting out. I am saying this again. These are beginner tips, hence if some points seem obvious or silly to you, then you are watching the wrong video. I hope this video will be helpful. Let me know your feedback in the comments below. Like this video, and subscribe to this channel for more such videos.